Here you go.
All right.
Top speed. Table set before me, so plus the other side can't ignore me. They just wanna join, say lawyer and change up. Maybe you should flip a coin. They got the trophy waiting for me where I'm going. Put that banner up. The skills here are so intact. I travel to the future when I step back. Hang time like the dock and you might be stacked. But to stop what we got, man, you might need Shaq. They think our confidence is arrogance, but that's just fact. Destiny yelling how we look if we don't scream back who we are. Cream of the crop, the top tier. That's why they beating on the drums, cause the champs in here. Yeah. Oh, just look at that piece. Yeah. You will never get in on our level. We go here, we will never settle. So we raise high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, yeah, feet on the pedal, top three. Up for any challenge you bring. See the results of the last group that challenged the team. Efficiency is high when you challenge the ring. Matter of fact, hold his L and clean. You deserve it. We don't just dominate, we serving. No guesswork here, we certain. You see the wins and start flirting. We put a ring on it, where's the curtains? Ready. They got me saying I'm hungry. Just look at this piece. Yeah. You will never get in on our level. We go here, we will never settle. So we raise high here, we call it heavy metal. Giving no breaks, yeah, the feet on the pedal, top three.
What's up, guys? Welcome to the latest episode of The Good Faith Show. I'm your host, Andre Morton, and The Good Faith Show is a part of the ATP Network. You can catch the ATP Network on YouTube, Rumble, Twitch, and Twitter. Hopefully, we're coming soon to Rock Fan, but, time will tell. I have some shameless plugs before I get to where I really want to get to. Support my friend of the ATP Network, Ty Peasant. Her Cash App is $Liz4285. I don't like the word CEO. We got to change that. Support the ATP publicist Travis. His Cash App is KBarber11. And then another ATP member, Provolone. Her Cash App is Miss Provolone 1967. And support my podcast, Real Recognize Real, available on all major podcasting platforms. And also too, Smurf, another ATP member, was his show called One-on-One with Smurf. Unfortunately, we weren't able to do it this week. Smurf, he had to take off for personal reasons, but hopefully next week we'll be back on normal schedule, and that's understandable. I'm not a tyrant, I always tell my team, like, if you need to just not think about this shit, just take off. I don't care as long as you want, because your health is more important than this shit. Like, I got it. Like, this is, I don't have no life like that, so I can afford to, do this on a regular, and they got kids or other obligations or working or whatever. So it's all good. And follow me on Blue Sky. I'm kind of liking Blue Sky more now, man. I don't even look on the Twitter timeline no more, man. I'm just not interested. Like, Twitter timeline is full of just repeated tweets you heard 18 million times and right-wing hacks. So Blue Sky is different. It depends who you follow. It's liberals on there. Just a heads up if you want to join Blue Sky. But it's a lot of communists on there. So follow me. It's @Comrade So, and also too, guys, like the video. Please like the video. If you're on YouTube and Rumble especially. Twitter don't let you like it for some reason, which is fucking stupid. But it is what it is. So yeah. Man, I'm so sick and tired of this bullshit, man. Man, I'm finna cuss a lot in this video. I try to reserve my cussing because YouTube just them and these kindergarten rules. They really don't want you to cuss like that. But I'm just, this is an opinion piece from USA Today of all people, right? Yeah, USA Today. Yeah, a corporate-owned newspaper / article site. So Oh my God. You know, let me just share my screen, man. Let me just share my screen. Um, it says no one should celebrate United Healthcare CEO's murder. Where's our humanity? Um, I mean, where was that CEO's humanity when he denied so many people for hospital care? Where was his humanity? What was his humanity when, let's say, I had a friend who lost a baby because the child couldn't get experimental medicine that could have saved the baby's life. Well, where is his humanity? You talking about where is our humanity? You know, um, you know, people are fucking fed up. So maybe that's why people are celebrating. Maybe, if you nobody live in this country, if you had health insurance, I'm pretty sure nobody I know has been all their claims have been accepted. Like United Healthcare denies so many claims. Like my mama, she has United Healthcare as part of her Medicare, and they could even fix her like they had dental included with the plan, I guess, and they couldn't even fix her teeth. They denied her claim on her teeth, like one of her caps. They put a cap over one of her tooth, one of her tooth. Like, motherfuckers are just fucking tired. So yeah, maybe there are people that celebrating this motherfucker's murder. Like, I don't give a fucking shit. Like, and if you're a CEO out there, I'll be fucking scared, man. If you are Aetna or Blue Cross Blue Shields or Magnolia Health or Cigna, I think Cigna is one too. Shit, it's a whole lot of them. Like, I'll be hiding right now. You know, I'm just saying, like, I had to use coded language. This ain't Patreon, so so yeah, y'all finna read the article. It is crazy. It says the news that the CEO of one of the country's largest health insurance companies was gunned down Wednesday in New York City should have enlightened empathy, enlightened empathy from the public, and shocked that it happened. Well, it enlightened excitement from the public because the public are tired of fucking privatization healthcare. Brian Thompson, 50, was murdered in what police have called a brazen targeted attack. As of this writing, the killer remains on the loose and his motives are unknown. Well, yeah, they are unknown officially, but you can speculate. My speculation is that this guy just got tired of the fucking healthcare system, probably was denied. His family probably was denied, and he just took action to his own hands. Thompson was in Manhattan for United Health's group annual conference. Yet people are reacting with anger and scorn to the death, not because a husband and father was fatally shot on a Manhattan sidewalk, but because of the victim's job as head of a major health insurance company. The callous disregard for human life is alarming to witness. Yeah, when you get denied a claim that, because maybe you need a heart transplant, a kidney transplant. Yeah, that's disregard for human life. You can't afford it out of pocket, and your health insurance won't cover it. So yeah. Yeah. Much other negative reaction can be found on social media. It does. Yeah. Yeah. Negative. Yeah, they said negative. A known cesspool for our worst instincts. Oh God, Thompson's death had led to an outpouring not of sympathy, but people hatred towards health insurers. You dumbass motherfuckers, bro. Whoever wrote this, man, he get their ass whooped. I was like, this whoever wrote this, they must like get gold-plated healthcare. So basically, they fine, But if you're a working class person and you do have health insurance, a lot of my friends don't even have fucking health insurance. Yeah, we hate these motherfuckers. I hate all fucking insurance companies, man. Car insurance companies, health insurance companies, even life insurance companies. Yeah, I hate them too. I'll say it. I can't stand these companies, man. They are a fucking cesspool, man. You know, um, some of these health insurance companies, you have to ring up a whole big old bill, $1,000 deductible before they can even help you. And you say, man, boy, I tell ya. Then said with grievances over denied claims and perceived greed at it, man. Why are you talking like you this shit AI generated, bro? This shit sound like it's AI generated. Perceived greed. Health insurance companies make money by denying claims. Greed. It ain't funny because so many people lost their lives, I'm pretty sure, like over this denied claims and shit, man. But perceived greed. Yeah. Yeah. My mama's claims have been denied. Fortunately for me, I never had no major surgery or nothing, but I'm pretty sure if I have some, yeah, it might get denied too. What are you talking about? This article is fucking garbage, bro. Wow. I haven't read a horrible article like this in a long fucking time, bro. Oh my God, bro. And it continues. I'm not done yet. I could just stop right there. I might stop. People wonder why we want these executives dead. Seriously? Let's take a look of the comments. Independent journalist Ken Klippenstein said this on X. Today, we remember the legacy of United Healthcare CEO Brian Thompson. That legacy, a charted alleged insurance claim denied by a company, United Healthcare led the pack. But why is this relevant in the medium aftermath of the killing of a human being? Then Torba Chow, a social justice activist, observed, saw mainstream news coverage talk about the killing of the CEO of United Healthcare on TikTok, and I think political and industry leaders might want to read the comments and think hard about them. Those comments which Chow posted were ugly, callous, missive from people saying that Thomas got what he deserved. Well, I mean, they're not lying. The most disgusting, in my opinion, are the social media posts from Taylor Lorenz, a preliminary obnoxious presence in the media world. I hate to get her any more attention, but she's ready to be called out based on her past prominence. Well, I don't know what the fuck she said, but I need to check it out. But yeah, she's based. If she's permanent, what she said was based. Lorenz, until a few months ago, was a reporter at the Washington Post, had previously worked with the New York Times. She been given platforms by some of the country's biggest media companies. So what she's said holds more weight than most. Her big takeaway from Thompson's murder, and people wonder why we want these executives dead. That's so base. She said Lorena wrote on Blue Sky. Oh God, she's not wrong. She's not wrong. Like I said on Patreon, guys, please check out my Patreon. It's called Andre Raw and Uncut. I can't say this stuff on YouTube, man. See, I can say it on Rumble. Rumble don't give a shit, but YouTube, yeah, you got to be careful. Then we already got one copyright strike that's about to expire in 90 days, which is good. Oh, which linked to a post about how Blue Cross Blue Shield will no longer cover anesthesia for the full length of some surgery. See what I'm talking about? That's why Brian Thompson got unalive. That's why, because it'll save Blue Cross Blue Shields, save them a few dollars by. So yeah, we'll cover your anesthesia, but for the first 30 minutes of the treatment of your surgery. But the rest of the time, if it's a 6-hour surgery like my mama's surgery was back in this summer for her bowel blockage, yeah, she got to come out of pocket for that. Oh boy, these fucking corporations are fucking cesspools, man. She also added this: people have very justified hatred towards insurance company CEOs because these executives are responsible for an unfathomable amount of death and suffering. Oh yes. Yes, Lorenz. I don't know who you is, but no, truth is hey, it's the truth. Like my friend Chow, that child will be 7 years old. If that child received experimental medicine, that probably would save that child's life. But this beginning article said, "Where's the humanity?" Yeah, where's the humanity for people that died because they got denied claims? Yeah, where's their humanity? As someone against death and suffering, I think it's good to call out this broken system and the people and power who enable it. True. For someone against death and suffering, Lou Rand shows zero empathy for Thompson. All right, I don't mean it there. It got some old shit. I ain't interested in it. Talking about Trump assassination. Like, Trump didn't die, but yeah. So yeah, man, like that article from USA Today was fucking garbage. Total or utterly garbage, man. Like you think writing that is going to tell people, oh, don't talk ill of the dead. Well, they said don't talk ill of the dead, but like my grandma always say, you reap what you sow. And that's true. Unfortunately, not unfortunately, but Brian Thompson, because of greed and profit, he ripped what he sown. So that's that. So yeah, y'all, while we still on this about healthcare, which is so sad, like this story right here, you about to watch from Second Thought. Shout out to them, subscribe to them. Second Thought. It's sad, but I want to tell a quick story about my mama, man. Like, this is why people were rejoicing this man's death because people are just fucking tired. Like, we've been taught to, hey, don't talk ill of the dead. Hey, respect folks. Hey, turn the other cheek when they fuck you over. No, that's over, man. That shit is over. It's over. Like, some OCEOs are next. I'm just gonna say that. But anyway, let me get to my mama. Some of you guys might not know, but some of you might do, because most of the people that watch our shit on ATP Network watch it on Twitter. But apparently, well, not apparently, but my mama, she went in for surgery. Not surgery, but she went in. She had a bowel blockage. I told her to go to the hospital. She tried to get the damn thing fixed. It turned out the hernia was trapped between her intestines and shit. She tried to get that fixed before it happened in July. I think it was July, or late June or whatever. So she went to the hospital, went to the emergency room. She stayed in the emergency room all night. The emergency doctor told me that they tried to push the hernia to a certain way so bowel could start moving, but it was so bad that they didn't know because they didn't give her MRI at the time. She stayed. Then they had to put a tube up her nose because she was blocked. She had blocked up, and they took her to a room. They kept her for 2 weeks. She spent 2 weeks at the hospital, guys. Like, and United Healthcare apparently covered everything, even the 6-hour surgery. Yes, 6 hours. Mom was behind a scalpel for 6 hours because he was just that. Everything was then just all gumbled up like that. So when they took out the ICU, because she was in ICU for a week, because apparently, even though they lied, it was a whole lot of open beds in the hospital. Apparently, they were short staffed because COVID is still a thing and people are still getting sick from COVID. Apparently, they didn't have enough staff, so they kept her in ICU until the last 2 days. She went up to another room. She went up to out of the ICU to a room, and apparently they didn't cover that. So my mama has to come out of pocket. Thanks, United Healthcare. Just thank you. Thank you. Fuck you. Okay, guys, let's get to the video.
In May of 2023, my mom was suffering from late-stage cancer and staying in a rehab nursing facility while we tried to figure out what the next steps in her care plan were. We had a lot of very difficult choices to make when one more got added. A billing administrator at the nursing facility approached me to let me know that my mom's Aetna Medicare Advantage plan wouldn't cover her stay anymore. Our only option.
Wow. So what was Sean supposed to do? That's crazy. I heard a lot of time when people in a skilled nursing facility, like they had to, they Social Security check most of their Social Security check goes to that because the insurance won't cover it. It's crazy.
Options were to bring her home. She could barely walk and was on an IV drip, needing constant medical care, or to get rid of her Medicare Advantage plan and switch back to regular Medicare. The basic public plan would have paid for her continued stay. That didn't make sense to me. Medicare Advantage is a privatized add-on to Medicare that was supposed to provide better care. It ended up...
It doesn't. Like, they couldn't even cover my mama's tooth, which need a crown. A cap. Same thing. They wouldn't cover it.
not mattering. She died before Aetna could throw her on the street like they wanted to. Medicare Advantage is just one part of our broken system, but I want to use it as an example of why things are so broken. You might think you already get it. The American healthcare system sucks and is far too expensive. But it's not just because it's not free. We're going to look at where all this money is actually going. How a surprisingly influential vinyl record drop from an unexpected artist helped get us here, and who we're now depending on to fix all of this. When you get old enough, 65, you're eligible for Medicare. Medicare has 4 parts.
And, you know, only in this country where you have to get your whole life is gone just to get some care. That's crazy. Like, you should be taken care of since you come out of your mama's womb. You should have health insurance from then on until you die, you know. But only in this country, you got to be 65. Over half of your life is gone. Yeah. Damn near almost 3/4 of your life is gone. You know, life is not going, but, you know, your life is so it's fucked up, man.
A, B, C, and D. All 4 parts make up about 10% of the federal budget. Medicare Part A is completely free. It's what you paid for in taxes for working all those years. It covers hospital visits. Medicare Part B is an optional add-on. It costs around $175 a month. It covers preventative care and necessary procedures. A and B are fully administered by the government, and the vast majority of their budget, that's tax.
You know, it's crazy to me though, like, you still gotta pay out of pocket for health insurance, even when you're 65 or older. Yeah, if the system isn't meant to work like that, that's what's the intent. Joy DeGruy said it. The system's not broken. It's meant to be this way. And, you know, yeah, charge grandma that's on a fixed budget takes $775 out of her check each month. Yeah. Way to go.
Taxpayer money and that monthly payment for Part B are spent on actual care, 98.6%. The other 1.4% goes towards paying for the people who literally work for Medicare, processing paperwork and whatnot. Then there's Part C. Medicare Part C is also called Medicare Advantage. It's an alternative to traditional Medicare that replaces Part A and B with one plan. Medicare Advantage is not administered by the government. It's administered by everyone's favorite entity, private insurance companies, who get paid by the federal government and a monthly fee from the elderly person being insured. Medicare Advantage is heavily advertised, using all of the elderly's favorite celebrities.
Hi, William Shatner here with an important message about your Medicare benefits.
The ads use Medicare branding to convince seniors these plans are more connected to real Medicare than they are. Images of healthy, active seniors, and promises of lower out-of-pocket payments and more coverage. They don't include important information like plan quality ratings or the other hard facts about coverage. They even go further and offer gift cards and other financial incentives to sign up, like a timeshare or something, which the elderly also love. Since my mom's gone, I have to help with a lot of my dad's healthcare. I've noticed that when I go to refill his prescriptions at CVS, which owns Aetna, the insurer, they have a little quiz, like an evil BuzzFeed, where you can determine what Medicare plan is right for you. And it seems like no matter what I input, it always gives me an Aetna Medicare Advantage plan. That's the...
I mean, of course, like CVS is Aetna together. Yeah. So if you're a part of CVS, I mean, part of Aetna, is all your medicine covered? Like, if you're part of Aetna, is all your medicine covered with CVS? I doubt that, but okay.
same one my mom had when she was denied comfort and dignity in her final days. Care which, again, the basic Part A or Part B would have provided for her. And they want everyone on this plan. Imagine Medicare Advantage for all, where any hope of a more equitable plan is scrapped to funnel more money to the insurers. It's not just my family, obviously. Since the advent of Medicare Advantage as we know it today in 1996, the amount the United States spends on healthcare has more than quadrupled. Medicare Advantage and much of our modern healthcare problems exist because of not one, but two versions of Ronald Reagan. In the late 1950s, a fully government-funded healthcare plan for the elderly was actually a possibility. Congress saw two bills that put forth plans for national insurance programs for everyone receiving Social Security, the elderly, in exchange for a small increase to Social Security payments. Early versions of the bill saw the plan as mandatory, but an alliance between private insurers, the American Medical Association, and others who profited off the existing system, which was already predatory, did not want to see that happen. So they released a secret weapon, Operation Coffee Cup. A key element of the campaign was this vinyl record. The AMA drafted who was then just a young actor to record Ronald Reagan speaks out against socialized medicine. The record was sent out to
Oh. Oh my God, bro. Boy, corruption's been going on for a long time, huh? Wow.
doctors' wives. It was 1961, okay? To play for their friends to convince them not to support the healthcare bills, like a Tupperware party for predatory privatized medicine. The record attacked the plans for being controlling.
And pretty soon, your son won't decide when he's in school where he will go or what he will do for a living. He will wait for the government to tell him.
So basically, they had Ronald Reagan basically doing the propaganda for the AMA. Oh, God, bro. Eventually, that same guy that's been talking all this propaganda bullshit became president and basically swept the whole entire electoral college map.
Where
Amazing.
he will go to work and
Amazing
what he'll do.
Americans.
And implored the wives to contact their congressmen to fight the bill.
If you don't, this program, I promise you, will pass just as surely as the sun will come up tomorrow. And behind it will come other federal programs that will invade every area of freedom as we have known it in this country. Until one day, as Norman Thomas said, we will awake to find that we have socialism.
Reagan mocked advocates of the bill.
They say, what would you do? Throw these poor old people out to die with no medical attention? That's ridiculous, and of course, no one has advocated it.
I don't know, Ronnie. That sounds a lot like what happened to my mom. A version of the healthcare bills did pass, creating something similar to the Medicare we have today, but with an important change. It wasn't mandatory. That left a lot of power with private insurers. Then, as president, Reagan signed the Tax Equity and Fiscal Responsibility Act, which made a few changes to that existing Medicare program. Importantly, it made it legal for Medicare to contract with private insurance companies. So in the 60s,
Of course. Of course. That's how all this leads to. Like, hey, you can, hey, private insurers, come on in here. You know, yeah, let's fuck over the old people. Oh my God, man.
actor Reagan gave the industry the gift of making Medicare optional. And then in the 80s, President Reagan gave them access to even the folks who were on the government plan. That bill allowed for the creation of Medicare Part C, which eventually became Medicare Advantage in 1996. Since then, we see a lot of the same arguments about why privatized insurance and healthcare is better than public. They said a government plan would be more expensive. They said it would destroy choice and give worse quality of care. And they dropped what was the
privatized health insurance does that. Like that's basically privatization. So they must they must have got that wrong or something. So they had to get that wrong because when you own the private insurance, they're most likely to deny you.
scariest word of that century. Communism. Universal health care would be
Oh, communists! Oh, no, communists! No, can't make America like. Oh, like that's Soviet Union or China. Oh Lord. Oh God, boy, it's crazy. Like it took the word communist and turned into like a cancerous word. Like, hey, if you all have the same government plan, then you won't have choice. You have to go to whatever hospital they tell you to. Oh, fuck that. That's a lie. We all know it's a lie, right? Like a government plan, well, let's say universal health care would be less expensive. I mean, you go to any doctor and hospital you want to, right? And you get better care because you won't die, because you won't have experiment, because you won't miss out on that potentially life-saving experimental medicine. In communism, like like when people say it like that, that means like a fascist type. No. Oh my God. Okay.
Using your tax dollars to support other people, they warned. Medicare Advantage specifically shows why each of those arguments is total bullshit. One is the expense. Does Medicare Advantage, adding privatization to a public plan, save anyone money? Well, no, it's costing taxpayers way more. Most estimates find that Medicare Advantage plans cost the taxpayer between $300 and $1,400 more per patient than traditional Medicare. And that's when the plan's working as intended. One study found that just the amount of corrupt overcharges that Medicare Advantage charges the system costs taxpayers more money than all normal Medicare programs combined. In the next few years, Americans are expected to pay nearly $1 trillion in taxpayer money for overpayments. That brings us to choice and quality of care. If it's that expensive, it must be better, right? No. Medicare Advantage denied more prior authorization requests and more necessary care than.
Yeah, they denied my mama to get her, like they denied her claim to get her tooth. Yeah.
Medicare, especially in rural hospitals. And this study reads, nearly 15% of the 5.6 million denials, that's a full $150 million in denied spending, was attributed to Medicare Advantage policies that were more restrictive than traditional Medicare's coverage rules. Medicare Advantage provided demonstrably less care than normal Medicare. That's exactly what I saw with my mom. She needed a place to stay with medical assistance while we planned for her cancer care. Aetna Medicare Advantage said no, whereas normal Medicare would have said yes. And they're also more.
My thing is then, like, just get rid of the middleman. Like, this is so easy to fix this issue with Medicare Advantage. Like, get rid of privatization, bring back Medicare, A and B, and let everybody have access to it. That's all you got to do. It comes out of our pocket. It comes out of our tax dollars. It should be free at the point of service, like Medicare for all. You know what I mean? So his mama would still be living if they was on regular Medicare, because they was on Aetna. They wouldn't pay for her bed, stay at the nursing facility. Wow. Fucking wow. Fucking wow, man.
Restrictive and where you get your care. Medicare Advantage plans often have a much smaller network of in-network doctors than regular. And the government control thing? Well, guess which health system in the United States has the best customer satisfaction? Veterans Affairs. Vets are very satisfied with their VA healthcare, and that's a totally government-run program. They
see what I'm talking about right there? Government healthcare, like apply that VA healthcare to all Americans. Like that makes sense, you know. Why we need United Healthcare? Why we need Aetna? Why we need Cigna? Why we need all these other Humana? I forgot about them. Why we need all these fucking blood sucking ass, you know, claim denying motherfuckers that, you know, that. Oh God, they could potentially kill you because your claim get denied. Like, why? You know, we just could have Medicare for all. Man.
deserve great care, but it's proof that even in America, government care can work. And then there's the whole communism thing. The critics ask, why should my tax dollars go to support someone else? Well, with Medicare Advantage, they are supporting someone else. Remember that stat from...
People need to be more educated. You know, the old me would say, oh, you stupid ass. You stupid ass. But education comes in there.
Earlier, that the actual administration of Medicare is only 1.4% of the cost. For Medicare Advantage...
Well, you can say the same thing for like your roads and bridges. Like your tax dollar pay for that. Make sure, you know, when you ride on a smooth road or a bridge, if it gets repaired, like our infrastructure is still bad, but like people don't be thinking. It's like they hear shit and it sticks to their head. Like propaganda works, man. I don't care what nobody say. Propaganda works.
It's 10 times that, 15%. And that's in large part due to executive salaries and profit margins. Because this is a for-profit business that needs to make a profit. Sure, government programs can see corruption or incompetence.
Yeah. Like the CEO, he had to make a profit. So, you know, he made profit by denying claims, basically killing people. Let's just keep it 100. I hate to say that word, but when you deny a claim that could save somebody's life, somebody need a heart or a kidney, you deny that claim, most likely they'll die because, you know, you need your kidneys to function, you need heart. So, yeah. I'm gonna end it right there. A few minutes left. I always say I'm not gonna play the whole video out of respect because these people at Second Thought and More Perfect Union, they put this stuff together very good. So I'm gonna end it right there. So yeah. Oh boy. There we go. StreamYard kind of slow today. But yeah, so yeah. So basically Medicare Advantage is a scam. Basically, that's the whole premise of that video. So, okay, guys, on to the next story. You know, I just found this video, man, like recently, and you know, I get why Walmart is like they don't have any unions. You know, I always thought that was weird. Like, a lot of these Walmart is some of the biggest employers in a whole lot of states, and with making videos like this. Totally makes sense. So I'm finna play it and yeah, you gotta watch this for yourself, man. Crazy.
Russell, I was just telling Julian Dane here, the Walmart listens to our associates.
Sure does. Mr. Walmart.
Yeah, I got people that work there. That's not true. But let me continue.
Walton said over and over again, listen to our associates. They are our best idea generators.
Huh. Hey, Russell, you ever had an idea they went for?
Not yet. Donna has.
Yeah, but she's management.
Well, she wasn't management when she hit on a way to reorganize our receiving paperwork. She was a stalker then.
Not too long ago either.
Now we're using her way in every Walmart. Right, Donna?
Right. You see, the company wants to hear new ideas. For instance, the people greeters in our stores who make customers feel welcome, that was an associate's idea.
It sounds like employees, associates, they're listened to.
And without going through union politicians.
Of course not.
Oh boy. Yeah. Going to union politicians. Yeah. Things change. I need to have somebody work at Walmart to come on and we do a video about this, but yeah, a door greeter. I thought you mean receipt checker? They check receipts now, so yeah, I think that's why they had those people there. This video sus.
But you see, management recognizes our associates. We know that our associates' ideas are good. Associates even came up with suggestions about our work schedules.
And they use some of them right away.
Russell, you know of any union that works like that?
Of course not. All unions work at is taking a cut out of my pay.
Yeah, take your money and spend it to help in political campaign.
So this is just a smearing union video, basically saying that, hey, Walmart, we listen to our employees, associates, that's what they call them. oh, we listen to our associates, we don't listen to we listen, but we don't implement like more pay. I'm pretty sure, more benefits. Oh God.
Baines, it help people I don't even vote for.
Yeah, me too. But they're never going to do that to me again.
You were in a union?
Yep, but no more. You see, I'm one of the hundreds of thousands of former union workers or members. I'm one of the thousands of reasons unions are getting so much smaller.
Well, Dane was in a union too.
No, unions are getting so much smaller is because of union busting activities. not because of you deciding not to quit. A lot of states are right to work states. That's got a lot to do with union busting too. But what do I know all the time?
Yeah, it was in a union. Where I worked, union rules made it so we couldn't even rush a shipment. We kept on losing customers and money till the truck line shut down. A lot of jobs, more union jobs, they're all gone.
You people on the truck line, you voted for.
What? This is abomination. Brother.
Voted for a union? No, there never was a vote. The union got enough cards signed and demanded the company recognize the union without an election.
Without an election? I mean, didn't you have cards to sign saying that you wanted a union election?
Yeah, and I signed a card just to get them off my back. I thought there had to be a vote, and I'd vote no, but I sure got fooled.
Oh God, man. Yeah, that's not shocking. I'm pretty sure the new ones are more modern. So basically saying that if you form a union, your benefits will be taken away, you won't have no rights, your pay will be cut. Like a bunch of lies. Like when people actually had union jobs, especially back in the day, they show you people don't do their research, and people watch their video and do their research. They say, "Hey, this is bullshit." But yeah, people that had union jobs back in the day were doing good. They had good benefits, good pay. They probably won't, had paid time off because of unions. And it's good. Unions are making a comeback, man. Like this, corporations for decades have been working hard. Walmart, obviously. Even though this is in the early 2000s, this shit's still going on now. These corporations have been working hard to get rid of unions and obviously that's coming in the White House, part of the clown show. We got two motherfuckers that are union busters themselves, Elon Musk and Trump. So yeah, I just had to show y'all that video. It's kind of interesting to me. Oh yeah, and I need to invite a guest that works at Walmart to talk about that too.
Here you go. All right.
All right, guys. The next story I got is from Mundo Weiss. The Amnesty International admits, like, surprise, surprise, Israel's committed genocide in Gaza. Like you're late. The ICJ says it's a genocide. UN basically says it's a genocide, and the ICC says it's a genocide too, which is why they have arrest warrants for Bibi Netanyahu. So yeah, y'all. This is from Mundo Weiss. It says Israel's committing a genocide in Gaza. Amnesty International says. I'm going to read some of this. I'm not going to read all of it. It's not that long anyway, but it says leading international human rights organization Amnesty International has concluded in a report it released on Wednesday that Israel was responsible for acts of genocide against the Palestinian people in the Gaza Strip. The group said it had been analyzing events and statements by Israeli officials for months, concluding that the legal threshold for the crime of genocide has been met. Legal threshold? For months. Like, okay. Hey, I mean, at least they admit it. I mean, it is the first time that Amnesty has reached such a conclusion during an ongoing conflict. Amnesty chief Angus Calamard said in a statement on Wednesday that month after month, Israel has treated Palestinians in Gaza as a subhuman group, unworthy of human rights and dignity, demonstrating its intent to physically destroy them. But this part right here sounds a lot like another group that was brought over here. This part, not that last part. You could say the same thing about when slaves were brought over from Africa to the United States. Like, they treat us, they said we was part human, and we Only thing we good for is, our women, I ain't gonna bring that up, but what I mean, our women, some of our women cook in the mansions, and everybody else be working the cotton fields and do other things. That's why Palestinians and Black people should have more solidarity. But I'll continue. Adding that our damning findings must serve as a wake-up call to the international community. This is a genocide. It must stop now. The report came more than a year after Israel launched its assault on the Gaza Strip following the Hamas-led October 7 attack. At the time of the report's release, the death toll in Gaza had surpassed 44,500, including 60% women, children, and elderly, according to the Palestinian Health Ministry. Amnesty report arrives also a year after South Africa filed its case against Israel before the International Court of Justice for charges of breaching the Convention on the Prevention of Punishment of the genocide, of the crime of genocide. The ICJ ruled that Israel was plausibly committing genocide and ordered Israel to take measures to prevent it. Wow, just say, Israel, stop committing genocide, please, please, please. Oh God, what's the point of this? What's the point of ICJ to ICC, man? What's really the fucking point? Like, this man is still free, all this motherfucker had to do is go to the United States and come back to fucking Israel. Well, the imaginary state. Like, if he goes to some of the other countries, UK included now, which is surprising, he'll be arrested, which is right. Let me see. Plausibly, okay. Amnesty's own branch in Israel dissociated itself from the findings of its parent association organization, clarifying in a long statement that it does not believe Israel is committing genocide in Gaza. What the fuck? Wait a minute, let me read that again. Amnesty's own branch in Israel disassociated itself from the findings of its own parent organization. Oh, okay. So basically it's saying, I had to read stuff twice because I'm autistic, guys. Yeah, so basically, yeah, of course the Israel Amnesty branch isn't going to say we ain't committing genocide. It's kind of like a psychopath that's murdering a whole bunch of people say, I'm not murdering anybody. I'm just shooting my gun randomly. I'm just pointing the trigger, pulling the trigger, but, nobody's there. Like, delusion, total fucking delusion. However, it said that the killing and destruction in Gaza had reached horrifying levels and called for an investigation into possible crimes against humanity. Possible? It is crimes against humanity. The fuck? Israel, for its part, rejected the report. The spokesperson of the Israeli Foreign Minister, Oren Monstein, called Amnesty fanatical in a post on X and called the report fabricated and based on lies. Then it says the report come a few days after former Israeli Chief of Staff and War Minister Moshe Yaalon sparked controversy in Israel after saying in a local TV interview that Israel is committing ethnic cleansing in Gaza. That's true, especially in the north of the Strip, where since early October, Israeli forces have killed and injured thousands and forced tens of thousands to leave south. That's crazy. They tell you, hey, you need to go south. Then you kill the folks on the way to the south. Like, that's a trap. And also, Gaza is an open-air prison too, guys, for a reason. Like, this was planned. October 7th was planned. They planned it. No, but only 70,000 Palestinians remain in the north of Gaza in comparison to more than 350,000 before October 7th last year. Let me read this, I'm done. Clearly, around 1.8 million Palestinians, more than 98% of the population in the Gaza Strip, has been displaced multiple times during last year. The Secretary General of the UN, Antonio Guterres, described the situation in Gaza as apocalyptic and reiterated calls for immediate ceasefire. Wow. So yeah. I mean, the craziest thing to me about all this is that how can you just sit by, and not have empathy at all? I mean, like, why it took months to come to a conclusion that, hey, it's a genocide. Like, duh. That's a dull moment right there. Like, I mean, you see that see all the fucking protests around the world. You see countries stop fucking with Israel, stop trading with Israel. That's been going on for months now. Like, you see all this shit, and you know, I just don't get some of these organizations, man. And they fucking useless. Like, that thing's been like, the United States itself is a fucking shithole. Like, fuck the United States. But goddamn, man. Like, you know, it's fucking sad, man. Okay, guys, one last clip. Shout out to this woman, man. She was cooking in this video. I'm telling you, man, I seen the whole thing before I came on. Shout out to JB first for playing this video on RBN last week. So I'm gonna play it and, you know, do my usually do, break it down. So here we go.
I told y'all in a few videos a little while back about the feud between Thomas Jefferson and John Adams. And I also told y'all that at the end of their lives, they ended up being friends. Well, one of the most important correspondences between the two of them, in my opinion, is when John Adams, later in life, I think he's like 80, sends Thomas Jefferson a letter. And in it he says, "What do you mean when you speak of revolution? The war? That was no part of the revolution. That was a consequence of it. The revolution had been fought with pens and in the hearts of men decades before a drop of blood was ever shed." And one of the reasons I like that passage so much is because it makes it abundantly clear that the transformations that are essential to a revolution, that are critical to a revolution, don't take place on the streets, don't take place in fisticuffs, aren't about a conflict between any.
You know what, though? I'm going to say this. Wow. Like, that right there, man, that made me feel good, because a lot of people got an interpretation of that. You have to, you know, like for example, like you just get a gun and start shooting it. You haven't been trained on how to shoot the gun. You just get a gun and you start shooting. Like, you can hurt yourself and somebody else. It don't work that way. You got to get educated. You got to get trained to do that. You see what I'm saying? It's getting good, y'all. Let me continue.
Two sides. It's about transforming people's understanding of the world around them. And through that transformation, altering.
So basically, she's saying radicalization as well. Like, people sometimes, you know, liberals, conservatives, for example, I use them too as example. Like, they see the world in a different light because they've been propagandized to see it that way. Like, you know, it's supposed to work this way, or, you know, I believe in this, I believe in that. When I speak, or somebody way bigger than our channel, RBN, or Sabby Sabs, her own channel, like, when we speak behind this camera, it's not because we just like to talk all the fucking time. That's not it. What we're trying to do is educate as many people as we can, so when that day comes towards a revolution or whatnot, then people will be prepared. People will be deprogrammed from believing in one the duopoly, stuff like that. You see what I'm saying? So let me continue. She cooked again, guys.
Fundamentally altering their relationship to the world around them because you've changed their minds. So if a lot of y'all on this app critiquing the idea of revolution or revolutionaries, or talking about how ready folks are and are not for revolution, or asking what the real solutions are, or how we actually start the revolution, or what we do to change, what becomes clear to me is that none of y'all have actually studied revolution. Because if you had, you would realize that the actual transformation, the most important transformations, are happening in this space, on this app, through our dialogue, through our exchanges with one another on other social media platforms, in what we write and talk about, and how we understand and are made to be aware, how our consciousness raises, how our knowledge expands. That is the transformation. That is the revolution. Everything else that happens, including conflicts that emerge, are a consequence of it. So for those of you who are saying y'all ain't doing nothing but just talking, y'all ain't doing nothing but just describing the problems, we know that already, what do we do now? You're missing the quintessential piece, which is that the transformation has to come by understanding and awareness and knowledge. Everything else.
There you go. That's the video right there. Oh yeah, like people say, yeah, I know things are bad. Why you are repeating it? I don't want to hear it. Oh no, you're not. Again, like she said, like, but you got to talk about the problems, but we're trying to give solutions to the problem. Like, you want to get out of this capitalist hellhole we in, or hellscape, then you got to understand, then you got to implement ways to get out of that. You see what I'm saying? That's our job. I can sit here and just talk about the problems all day, but what are the fucking solutions? Like the video earlier, when I was talking about Medicare and healthcare and shit like that. I was saying, hey, yeah, Medicare Advantage, for example, is a scam. But my thing is, if VA health insurance is good, then make VA health insurance for everybody. Call it Medicare for all. See what I'm saying? So, yeah.
That happens, all of the external transformations are a consequence of that first, foremost, and most important transformation that must happen in the minds and hearts of people. That is why the discourse is so important. That is why educating is so important.
Yeah, that's why, you see RBN with their chapters. Not only they feed and clothe people, they'll give kids school supplies and stuff like that. They also educate people. That's how you do it. You educate them. Yeah, this ain't just a toy drive or a food drive or a coat drive because it's cold as hell outside. It's also to make you a better person, to make you think. That's crazy. Us as millennials, our parents always tell us to be a leader, not a follower, right? But when it comes to like politics, especially my mom, she always say, you better vote for Democrats because Democrats are better than Republicans, and a vote for a third party is a vote for Trump. Like that's just ignorant knowledge right there. That's what she's been told, and you're not gonna get everybody on your side like on that same day. Like I know that. Like if you a person that wants to do that, like talk to people and radicalize people, you gotta understand, like, they probably not gonna hear you out at first, but hopefully down the line, maybe y'all meet somewhere and somewhere like that, and they say like, hey, I heard you said about so and so, man. You right. Damn, this system is messed up. That's how you do it. So almost done with the video. This woman cooked, man. Wow. It's so, man, it's so many amazing people online. Like, my friend, right? Social media, social media is a real place. Like, if you go past all the unserious people and stuff, it's a real place. There's a lot of people, smart people on this app. Man, it is a lot of smart people, a lot of knowledgeable people, and the establishment don't like this woman talking like this. Hell, they don't like my ass on YouTube. They don't like RBN. What they doing? They shadow banning their account. I heard. So yeah, man, we got to keep on doing this. This is in the real independent media. This, so yeah, almost done though.
You ready for action? You don't realize the action is a consequence of the mentality that must shift. So please let us cook.
That was amazing. That was one of the best videos I've seen in a long time, man. Yeah, let us cook. Let the folks that educate people cook. You know, see, people try to make you feel bad, like, you ain't no real revolutionary. Oh, you like me. They think your big black ass sitting behind this camera with a microphone and expensive ass headphones and Martin Luther King in the back. You think you some type of revolutionary? Well, I'm gonna say this: I'm not a revolutionary, but I want to help when I can. Like, I decided, hey, Ty Peasant is a revolutionary. Provolone, she can't be a revolutionary. Smurf can't be a revolutionary. Even Travis. I wish Travis I wish he'd get behind a camera, and do a show, but he's a publicist. He's a revolutionary. Like, he revolutionary us, stuff like that. Like those are revolutionaries on ATP network. I'm not a revolutionary. I'm just a guy that know how to work computers and maybe, commentate a little bit. Like, but, people say I'm a inspiration in them. That it shows you. Maybe I had this all along in me. I don't know. I'm not bragging on myself. I ain't shit. so yeah, y'all. That's the show. I hope y'all really enjoyed it. I kind of cooked more than usual. Maybe it's the coffee. I don't know. My coffee was. I bought some stronger coffee, so it keeps me more alert. So yeah. Final plugs before I get out of here. Y'all know this. Y'all know the due diligence, man. Ty Peasant, her cash app is Liz425. Travis, our publicist, cash app is KBarber11. Provolone, cash app is Miss Provolone 1967. My podcast, Real Recognize Real. Well, I try to revolutionize on there, I guess. Available on all major podcasting platforms. Follow Smurf on Twitter /X Demons Nick. Smurf is a goddamn revolutionary. I don't care what he say. And yeah, and follow me on Blue Sky. I'm be on there more often. Blue Sky might replace Twitter in the future. I don't know, but I gotta stay on Twitter because of this, and also too, hell, I guess I'm a big account now, which is crazy. Like, I never expected to be at 10,000 followers on Twitter. Like, that's insane. I don't want to be no more bigger than that, but tweets randomly get traction. So, and it's out of my control. And also too, if you're on Twitter, I try to follow you back. I just not studying Twitter like I used to. And so yeah, y'all, that's the show. Again, thank you so much for watching the Good Faith Show with Andre. And I hope y'all enjoyed the episode with the Left Independent. That man is a genius. He's intelligent, man. Like, go follow him on Twitter, Left Indy. That's his Twitter handle, Left_Indy. And I hope y'all have a good day. Take care.